For the 26th problem on the second ACT practice test, the slope of the line with equation y is equal to ax plus b is greater than the slope of the line with equation y is equal to cx plus b. Which of the following statements must be true about the relationship between a and c? So in general, the equation of a line is often written as y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope of the line and b is the y-intercept of the line. So what I mean by that is, let's say we had some equation, y is equal to 2x plus 1. So from this equation, going off of this general equation, we know the slope is the coefficient of x, so in this case it's 2, and its y-intercept is this positive 1. And if you wanted, you can draw a quick sketch of this. And this is actually why it's extremely useful to write down the equation of a line with this y equals mx plus b, because it's so easy to graph it quickly. So for this y is equal to 2x plus 1, if you know the y-intercept, you can immediately plot one point. And the y-intercept is just where the line crosses this y-axis. And using this general equation as a guideline, we know that the constant added at the end, this plus 1 in our case, that is going to be our y-intercept. So we can plot that point at positive 1 on the y-axis. And slope, you can think of slope as a ratio, as in this case we could write it as 2 over 1, where the numerator is how much the line goes up and the denominator is how much the line goes over. So from this slope it will go up 2, or it'll rise 2, and then it'll run or go over 1. So we go up 2 and over 1, and we could plot a second point here. And then just connecting each of these points with a line between them. And this is just a rough drawing. But as you can see with this format of y equals mx plus b, if you can figure out the slope and the y-intercept quickly, it's very simple to graph the line. So now going back to our problem, we're given the equations of two lines. Y is equal to ax plus b, and y is equal to cx plus b. And just from briefly looking at this, it looks like they have the same y-intercept, but their slopes are different. So for, let's say this is line 1 and this is line 2. So the slope of line 1 is a, and the slope of line 2 is c. And what this problem tells us is that the slope of this first line is greater than the slope of the second line. Or in other words, this value of a has to be bigger than this value of c. So in conclusion, we can write that a is bigger than c, and you can see that choice letter J would be our final answer here.